I got a pilonidal cyst at 38 weeks pregnant. A pilonidal cyst is at like the top of your butt crack, and it's like an abscess that usually has like hair or like skin cells that get stuck in it. I honestly don't think I've experienced a worse pain than this. Wednesday I wake up and I'm feeling sore down there by my like tailbone. I'm like, well, the night before I was doing labor-inducing exercises and I was doing the butterfly stretch and stuff on the floor, so I'm like, maybe I'm just sore from being on the floor. And then as the day went on, it got a little bit worse, so I like Googled. I was like, this must be a pregnancy then, I don't know. And it's like, yeah, tailbone pain can be like the baby pushing on you, make you uncomfortable. So it's like, okay, that's what it is. Throughout the day, Wednesday, it gets worse. I message my midwife either Wednesday night or Thursday morning, and she's like, I'm not sure what this could be. You should be seen though in case like something's infected. I have 2 midwives. Neither of them could see me, so I scheduled an appointment with another midwife, as my primary care provider is also out of office for like a couple weeks. I guess I don't know her exact title. OB/GYN midwife. So I go see her, and by now it's Friday and the pain has just gotten worse and worse. I have not been sleeping at this point. Can't sit, can't lay down, hurts to walk, pretty much just is a constant pain now. So she takes a look at it and she's like, I think this is a pilonidal cyst. Ask a couple other questions. She's like, you should be seen by surgery. Here's the surgeon you should call. Call to set up an appointment. The soonest I can be seen is the 21st, which is like a week and a half away. So I was like, okay, well, I guess I'll just wait it out and see what happens. They put me on a wait list, hoping I could get in sooner. So that was yesterday, Friday. Today is Saturday. I was in so much pain after like that doctor appointment yesterday. Literally miserable. Couldn't sit. Literally couldn't do anything without being in pain. Like, I just wanted to sit down and eat dinner, and I literally couldn't sit. I had to stand and eat, but even standing was hurting. My 39-week appointment is coming up with one of my midwives on Monday, so I was like, if I can just wait it out through the weekend, hopefully I can go to that appointment and they can do something, anything. And I had taken Tylenol like twice at this point, hoping it would do something. I tried warm baths, warm rags, ice packs, literally anything I could think of, trying not to put pressure on it. Nothing at home was working. Again, just terrible, getting worse Friday night, and then Saturday, go to bed. I was exhausted at this point because I hadn't been sleeping, and I had taken Tylenol, so I was able to fall asleep for a little bit. Woke up, could not go back to sleep. Just in constant pain. Even if I'm not on it, it just is constantly hurting, even if I'm on like my side. I was like, I can't do this anymore. Like, I was crying at this point. I was like, I can't even walk, can't even get dressed without being in so much pain. So I go to the walk-in clinic right when it opens. I'm like, I don't care if I'm that annoying person that goes in right when they open. I just need to go in. So I go in, and they were like, because I was like, I heard sometimes walk-in care places can drain it for you to give you relief. And I told them that. I was like, I don't know if you guys can do anything, but this pain is getting awful. And they're like, since you're so far along in your pregnancy, we don't feel comfortable doing anything. And I was like, no. I literally started crying a little bit. I was like, don't tell me I have to like I can't get anything done. But then she's like, you could go to the ER, see if they could do something. So I was like, could you call the ER before I just go over there? Because if there's nothing they can do anyway, like, she's like, yeah, like, let me totally call. They were super nice. Call the ER. ER says to call the surgery department, or whatever they're called. And they start talking to the on-call surgeon about it. And at first they were like, maybe we could just do antibiotics. But then they found out how much pain I was in, and they're like, if you literally can't even like sit or do anything, like, we need to do something. So the on-call surgeon was like, I'll meet you at the ER. So I go to the ER, and when I got there, they gave me Tylenol, and then they numbed it, which that, I mean, is not very comfortable, but I was like, at this point, I don't even care how much this hurts. I'm gonna be so happy once this is gone. Oh, it's literally the worst pain. I'm gonna go sidetrack for a second, but I was like, I do have a kind of low pain tolerance. Am I being dramatic? I always think I'm being dramatic. So I was like Googling like pilonidal cyst and like watching other TikToks of people talk about theirs. And everyone in the videos and comments was like, this is the worst pain in my life. This is miserable. Like, won't wish this pain on anyone. And I was like, okay, I'm not crazy. Like, this is so painful. Anyway, they numb it. Best feeling ever. Couldn't feel anything. And my husband was with me. I was like holding his hand, squeezing it while they were doing that because it hurt. And then they just kind of sliced it open, let it drain. And then sometimes I guess they stitch you up, and other times they let it stay open so it can continue to drain. So mine they left open. So, and that was just this morning, now it's 4. So I'm just have this open wound. It's not super big, but I have to like keep packing it and keep it like, make sure it doesn't get infected. And now I'm not really feeling the pain from the cyst, but the pain from the incision, I guess, is what's hurting. I don't even know. But so after my appointment, I felt really, really good for an hour because the numbing stuff hadn't worn off. And now I'm in pain again. So it still is hurting to sit and lay down, but it is better than it was. So honestly, I don't even care if it's a little better. So for like an hour after my appointment, I was like doing all these things. I was like, I can go and move. And now it hurts to walk again and do stuff. But then I was also reading, because they didn't really tell me how long it was going to take for me to like feel better. It says it takes like weeks to months for it to fully like heal. And then you're in pain for just about a week. And normally I'd be like, okay, a week's fine. But I'm almost 39 weeks pregnant, and I really do not want to be having any of this pain when I give birth. Labor is already going to be so much pain. I really don't want this added pain. And obviously they prescribed some antibiotics and stuff too. They made sure everything was pregnancy safe, all that. But I haven't talked to my midwife yet. I'll see her on Monday. And I'm like, I don't think my birth plan is going to go as I wanted, because I wanted to do a water birth. And if I have an open wound back there that's not going to heal for weeks or months, yeah, I don't think a water birth is happening, which makes me really sad, honestly. So that's my update. I had people messaging me and being like, you haven't posted. Are you giving birth? Did you give birth? No, I've just been miserable the last couple days, and I thought I was going to be all better today. Hoping. I didn't realize that the drainage, like, you have to heal from the drainage too. It's not just like, oh, you drained it, now it's better. I honestly just don't even want to do anything. Like, I literally want to like just lay down and chill, but it hurts to lay down even. And it says to help heal, you shouldn't be doing a lot of movement, but you also shouldn't be sitting for too long. So I'm like, what am I supposed to do? Like, what does that mean? Anyways, we're probably not gonna have much content for a while because I'm dealing with this, and then I'm gonna hopefully give birth soon. I have to see what my midwife's think and what the new plan is, and I don't know what we're gonna do. I also wasn't really wanting the epidural. I wanted to try to go without it, go unmedicated. But if it hurts to sit down and I'm still feeling this pain when I go give birth, I'm gonna want the epidural, because then I literally don't think I'll be able to sit and go through that pain while also trying to. So I went from water birth and no epidural, hopefully, to probably not water birth and probably an epidural. This was a really long video, but that's what's going on. I got a pilonidal cyst at 38 weeks pregnant, and then actually went into labor like 5 days later. So I thought I would give you guys an update because I made a video about my cyst and it kind of went viral. Basically, a pilonidal cyst is right by your tailbone, and it is very painful. I thought I was being dramatic, but all the comments on this video I made were like, no, it's the worst pain ever. People were like, it's worse than giving birth. Like, it made me feel better because I thought I was being dramatic. First day of having the cyst, it just felt kind of sore down there, and then as the next couple days, I literally couldn't do anything. I couldn't sit, I couldn't walk. It was just pain constantly. So I ended up going to the ER and having it drained. They numbed me before having it drained, so the numbing hurt, but I didn't actually feel the procedure. And I had instant relief because of the numbing, and then after about a day, like less than a day, when the numbing stuff was wearing off, it started to hurt a lot again. It still hurt to sit and everything, but then as time went on, it started feeling better. Within those like 5 days after, before going into labor, it got a lot better, and it mainly was just itchy, which is very inconvenient because I'm like, I know I shouldn't itch it, it's just healing, but oh my goodness, it was really itchy. When I was in labor at the hospital, I kind of forgot about the cyst. They did have to keep looking at it to kind of inspect it, so everyone was looking all up everywhere while I was at the hospital, but they kept saying it looked like it was healing fine, looking good. And then after I left the hospital and was back home, I think the pain from the birth was starting to get better. So then like I was reminded of the itchiness, so it still itches, and I think it's been like over 2 weeks since I got drained, and it still really itches. And I went in today for an appointment because the surgeon who drained it at the ER wanted to follow up like within a couple days, but then I went into labor, so I had to cancel my appointment I had, and I rescheduled it for today. So it's been a little bit. He checked it. He says it's looking good and healing fine. He says to keep an eye on it. He says I can get the surgery that they do for that, but I don't have to. It's kind of up to me. A lot of times when people get a pilonidal cyst, it reoccurs. And reading through my comments on the video, some people were like, I have them all the time. I've had so many. And some people are like, I've had them twice. And some people, it sounds like they only have it once. So it's really hard to know. I don't think I'm gonna go through with the surgery, especially because recovery time is 1 to 4 months. You have to pretty much every day repackage it back there, and it takes a long time to heal. And that sounds like a lot, especially as a new mom. So not worrying about that right now. But if I do have reoccurrences, I will probably get the surgery. And the surgeon was like, if it comes back, you can try baths, it can help. Sometimes if you wait long enough, they'll drain on their own. And he's like, if you're in excruciating pain again, and it's on the weekend, go to the ER again. But otherwise, I think a lot of times urgent care can just do it, walk-in care. So in conclusion, it was a terrible, terrible pain. I'm glad it was pretty much healed by the time I went into labor. Still just dealing with itchiness, hoping it doesn't come back, and if I do have reoccurrences, I will probably end up getting surgery. I got a pilonidal cyst at 38 weeks pregnant, and I made a video about it. It went viral. I literally said in the video, I went to the emergency room, and half the comments were like, why didn't you go to the emergency room? You should go to the emergency room. I'm like, clearly you guys did not even watch the video. But anyway, I got the bill back from the hospital. I'm going to talk about how much it cost to get my pilonidal cyst drained. I don't even necessarily know what half this is saying. I'm just going to read it off. So pharmacy, 50 cents. Medical supplies, $34.50. Sterile supply was $14. Laboratory, general, $125. And then laboratory bacteriology and microbiology, $343. Emergency room, $904. Pharmacy, like the medicine they sent me home with, $90. And then professional fees, $1,411. So total, $2,922. Luckily we didn't actually have to pay any of that, but yikes.